TC Spiritual Shepherd. Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to be getting into higher consciousness. We're going to be getting into higher consciousness. So first and foremost, thank you guys for showing back up to the Spiritual Shepherd YouTube channel. Now, if you guys are interested, like, comment, share, subscribe, share this with somebody that you feel would value this type of content, as well as I will leave you a gift at the very end of this video. Now, let's jump straight into this. Okay, so I'm going to put this consciousness scale up that I made myself, YouTube, so you guys cannot take this down. I built this myself. Now, with this, it gets into reflexology, it gets into the bodily systems, it gets into a multitude of things about these different systems, okay, whether it's the skeletal, the lymphatic, the endocrinal system, the organs. All of this stuff is stuff that I teach privately, okay? This is just the knowledge, but ultimately I teach you guys the how-to. I actually help you integrate this in my personal training, in the type of mentorship and the coaching that I do. So if you guys are interested in that, there is something below. But I'm going to leave this consciousness scale up right here. And this consciousness scale, we're going to talk about the higher vibrational realities, higher frequency realities. So first and foremost, you guys know the alpha point, which is the point, the red point. And then that is generally shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear. You know, like they're very low vibrational. We're going to do another video about that as well. But right now we're focused on higher vibration, which is enlightenment, peace, joy, love, reason, acceptance. Those types of things are very high vibrational. Okay. Now with high vibration, I always talk about this, that we are naturally high vibrational beings. We are naturally up here, and we have trained ourselves to be down here by using this energy up here that we naturally are, and then we actually tell ourselves through our self-concept that we are these low vibrational energies. Okay, that's the only thing. And so the recognition, the realization, because we go through many realizations, and we have one actualization, okay, and one transcendence. But ultimately, guys, this is the thing. We have many realizations. Here's a realization. What you realize is that if you're already naturally high vibrational, if you're already the naturally high vibrational one up here, then the big thing about this is that you just have to let go of these low frequencies. You just have to let go of these lower frequencies, and then that will naturally rise you up automatically without almost doing anything, because you just say no to low vibrational environments. You just say no to low vibrational people. You say no. Remember, when you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And when you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. So that's the implication. That is the assumption. So when you say no to low vibration, you're also simultaneously saying hi to either neutral or higher vibration. You're either saying hi or yes to neutral or high vibration. That's what you're saying. You're saying yes to those types of things. When you say yes to low vibrational things, you're saying no to neutral or high vibration. In those instances, in those environments, you do that consecutively, that exponentially grows, that builds and cultivates with saturation of specific light spectrums. And then that is your set point. So I talk about this. I'm going to stay on this topic. So this is generally going to be my theme of this YouTube channel. And the whole purpose is because this is exactly what I teach. So the thing about this is that if you are on that set point, okay, we are operating on all of these different frequencies. All of these different frequencies we're operating on. We are naturally high vibrational. Okay, we are naturally high vibrational. Now, with this, guys, is if we're naturally high vibrational and we've taught ourselves some of these low vibrational things, some of these middle things, some of these neutral things, all these different things, then we have a set point. So let's say that you're naturally operating on 800. You have a few different 40s. You have a few different 80s. You have a few different 200s. You have a few different 400s. So your average would be about 450, or let's say, like 350, somewhere in there. It might be resonant on that type of frequency. So as you just let go of some of those other numbers, those numbers add to that number. Way easier. Okay. Then you can go, and that's through transmutation, alchemization, going through like, what was I born with? What type of belief systems were I born with? And then what type of belief systems do I actually hold? What belief systems do I actually believe? That goes into that, as well as assumptions. How do you assume life to be? How do you assume life to be? How do you attract life? How do you speak? How do you think? How do you feel on a grand scale, on a 24-hour clock? Okay, a 24-hour clock makes up a 10-year clock. I'm going to go into a video about this, but I've already done this on my Instagram, but we'll get into that in a separate video, which we're going to definitely get into this, which is intercorrelated with this type of thing. So the key is to let go of these low frequencies, and that will naturally raise you up to a higher frequency reality. Now, one big thing about also higher reality, it tends to be more accepting and individualist, okay? An individualist. Now, there is something called spiral dynamics, has different types of things. I would definitely recommend that you guys check out what spiral dynamics is. This is an individual type of process of how people create belief systems, okay, and how people believe and how people live. But ultimately, as you climb the spectrum of spiral dynamics and you move, higher and higher, you'll get to the individualist and you'll get to the strategist. So you'll get to the individualist where that person is more like that person recognizes that no matter what, I am not anybody else and no one else is me. And that is a respect of the individual. And then it doesn't matter whether there's an ego of it or not. The ego is a mind-made construct. So no matter what, like even that person without that ego, I can't be them. They are them and I am I. But that doesn't mean that we can't be connection. We can't be, interconnected. We can't be brothers or sisters or brethren. You get the point. But the thing is that nobody else can necessarily be that person, even with twins. Okay. You see this. I've already kind of done a video on this as well. Now, to kind of conclude this, guys, if you guys are interested in coaching that is very similar to this, I get into this personally with you, where we do either bi-weekly calls or monthly calls. And this is the call or even weekly calls, depending on what it is. So depending on what type of price range that you want to do, it's weekly or twice a week or bi-weekly or monthly. So those are the 4 different types of things. And with that process, this is the up-leveling of your life. So we get into multiple streams of income. We get into training your body. We'll get your macros. We'll get your personal training. We'll get all that type of stuff. But then we don't just stay there, where that's just the materialistic, vanity, physical pillar aspect of life, which is where 96% of people are in their entire lives. And the whole thing about this is, and they'll train that into their kids as well. But the thing about this is that as we get more into the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual pillars, then we start to really up-level you on a quicker level than these people physically. And you could really start to see, okay, I could start to transcend my reality significantly quicker than if I just follow the grain. If I go with everyone, I follow the grain. I go with everyone. I follow what's familiar. I follow what I know. I follow, all this type of stuff. Unknown, being in the unknown is also being in the place where you can actually grow, where you can actually do something new, where you can do something. The unknown is profound. So, with that said, guys, peace, much love, namaste. Resonate on higher frequencies. This is coming from the cultivation that, to conclude, when you guys are operating on higher frequencies, the big thing about this is that you have to start to fill up your own cup. You start to become more of your own autonomous individual, like the strategist. The individualist tends to be more of the individual. They recognize that they are different. They don't necessarily have to be like everybody else. As well as we become more conscious of our lower vibrational tendencies, release those, let those go, then naturally raise our frequency to higher vibration. But you can also cultivate things such as breath work, meditation, which will naturally bring you, and you can observe your thoughts. You can even do the frame technique where you start to differentiate between what is outside and what is here, what is inside, what is there, what is here. See, that's a big thing as well. Peace, much love, namaste. Talk to you guys soon. I will see you guys in the next video. I know that you guys like this one, so like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Share this with somebody that you feel is of value, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.